Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible? Okay, today we'll be talking about the flooring systems. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Okay, so in the construction practices, next is what we are going to talk about is about the flooring system. So, what is your flooring system? Okay. So, flooring is the general term for a permanent covering of a floor or for the work of the installing such a floor covering. We know what is flooring. Flooring means you have the floor after you have constructed the, suppose first you have constructed the ground floor I'm talking about. So you have the slab over there, that is your floor. So above that, when we do this covering here, that is called as what? That is called to be your flooring. Okay, so this is for permanent coverings. These are known as your flooring, which means your flooring. So floor covering is a term to generically describe any finished material applied over a floor structure to provide a working surface. Okay, understood, simple. Then we have materials. Next point on the flooring says that materials almost always classified as floor covering include, okay, these are the materials, okay, which are required for the flooring purpose. So that can be your carpet, that can be your area rug, that can be your resilient flooring such as linoleum or vinyl flooring. This will come across. So these are the coverings basically which are used for your flooring. Now another thing is that materials commonly called flooring include wood flooring. Also it can be wood flooring, it can be ceramic tile, it can be stone flooring, it can be terrazzo flooring, it can be various seamless chemical flooring coatings. Okay, the different types of your floorings, so depends upon how you want to cover your floors. So we have next is, so this is your subfloor. Subfloor means what? The floor under the flooring is called the subfloor. This is nothing but you have your cover here, which is the flooring. So for the flooring, when you have the portion below this flooring is called your subfloor, which is mentioned you here in this particular slide. Okay. So here this is your flooring done, this was your subfloor. Okay, this can be your subfloor. So the floor under the flooring is called the subfloor. This provides the support for the flooring. Obviously you have when the floor is inside this flooring, that is the cover. So your this cover, the floor cover is supported by your subfloor, this one, the bottom one. Special purpose subfloors like floating floors, raised floors, or sprung floors may be laid upon another underlying subfloor which provides the structural strength. So, depending upon you, if you want there to be subfloors like for the floating floors or raised floors, also you can, when your floor is raised to some extent, you want in some places your floor to be raised. So, in that case, you can give this also, you can raise the this subfloor and then you can place the covering, so that can give you a raised platform, you can say. So you have what next is your flooring materials. So what are the different materials which we are going to use for our flooring? Okay, so the choice of material for floor covering is affected by factors such as cost. Okay, these things are to be uh, kept in mind when you are selecting the material. Okay, there are different materials used by different people for their flooring. Why? Because they have to take the they have to give importance to this cost. Also they have to take care of this cost, because you may not have that much uh, your economy may be less for that construction purpose, for that particular construction, and you might need to go for a low budget flooring material. Okay, based on that also your floor material will depend how much you want to give expense, how much your client is going to can give the expenditures. Okay, endurance, Then we have noise insulation, whether you want it to be noise insulation, etc. Comfort and clean. These factors are important. These factors are kept in mind when we are choosing the material. Okay. So some types of flooring must not be installed below grade, that is lower than the ground level. Okay, there are different types of flooring systems. So some kind of floorings are such that you cannot install them below the grade. Below the grade means below the ground level. Okay, and laminate or hardwood should be avoided where there may be moisture or condensation. Okay, some people, what they do, they give the flooring to be with the wood. Nowadays there are wood kind of flooring systems also, and some are vinyl material used, but in a shape or in the shape of a wood, or design is given like a wood, but some are really actually the hardwoods are used for your flooring purpose. But these should be avoided when you have a moisture you have on the bottom, because ground floor you don't use because there may be moistures inside the floor. Okay, in the normal standard houses I'm talking about. So we have the subfloor may be finished in a way that makes it usable without any extra work. Okay, subfloor should not be given much finishing. You can just make it that much strong enough so that it can take the topmost layer, its top layer, that is the flooring cover, and above that the people can walk properly. There may be the walking area may be clear and strong. That much only you need for your subfloor. You don't need to, for the subfloor you don't need to think of the finishing, that is how much good it is looking or how much bad it is looking. It is that your subfloor should be enough so that it can withstand the walking areas, walking people. It can take the load of the covering walkings or any other materials to be shifted. Okay, so that is to be kept in mind. Then we have this selection of flooring materials depends upon the below factors, which is the, it can be initial cost, like we already discussed, appearance, cleanliness, durability, how much durable you want, how much, whether your floor is for a industry purpose or for a home purpose where there is no lightweight equipments are used. So damp resistance also has to be kept in mind. Sound insulation, if you are giving the flooring system, uh, like if you simply do of wood of in the, there are some structures, right, where you have the slabs, or these are made of wooden planks are simply laid over the uh, slab, or you can say over some woodworks, and then that those behave as your floor, or as your you can say slab. So in that case there is no sound insulation. But if you want proper sound insulation, you have to choose the correct one based upon that. Thermal insulation, fire resistance, smoothness, hardness, all these things have to be kept in mind. Kept in mind means depending upon these only you will be choosing your flooring material. Okay, so what are your requirements, how you want them, and how, what is your economic condition, etc. Okay, so these are the different types of covering. First, you can see this is the soft coverings. These are known as your soft coverings, which means nothing but your carpets. I know everyone know about this carpet. So carpet is this is a soft covering. Under soft coverings of the floor, what comes, your carpet, which is a floor covering of woven or melted from, or sorry, or felted from natural or man-made fiber. Okay, these are made of fibers. These are the coverings, floor coverings, which you generally see. You may use, you may not use. Fitted carpet is attached to the floor structure, extends wall to wall, and cannot be moved from place to place. Okay, nowadays there are some fitted carpets also. There are some fitted carpets also, like when you place the carpet, you will fix them on all the four corners of the wall, and it is not going to move anyway. Okay, so these are your fitted carpets, which are fixed on all the sides so that it cannot extend or move from place to place. There are another is rugs are smaller than the room in which they are located and are generally placed over the wood flooring. Okay, this kind of rugs are also a soft kind of coverings where which are used for smaller than the room's size. Okay, which is smaller than the room size, and these are located generally in the where you use the wood flooring. Then we have, they may be attached to the flooring below by adhesive or other methods. Okay, these kind of carpets, which are soft carpets, they can also be, they can be fixed, that is from all the four sides, or they can be simply they can be laid, or they can be uh, attached, or you can say they can be sticked with the help of some adhesive at the below this carpet. There may be adhesive or some kind of yeah, um, cohesive thing that is sticking them to the floor. So these kind types also can be used for the soft coverings. Then we have, these are your soft coverings, you can see in this picture. Here soft coverings from all the sides it is fixed, or here it is sticked to the floor where it cannot move. Then we have the wood flooring. These are your wood flooring. Wood flooring is done here, and then this is polished and given a finishing cover. Okay, so we have what, many different species of wood are fabricated into wood flooring into primary forms, plank and parquet. So we have hardwoods are typically much more durable than softwoods. Okay, so when you're using for the flooring systems above the top floors, matlab in the above the ground levels on different floors, you can use the hardwood also, but obviously it will be more uh, in the weight, you can see in weight it can be more than the softwoods, and depending upon you whether you want or not, and how much strong your structure is, or how much your structure you want to take the load, or hardwood you want to take it or not. So but difference between softwood and this is that hardwood is durable, but it is hard, and it is, that means more heavier than your softwoods. Then we have laminate, is a floor covering that appears similar to hardwood but is made with a plywood or medium density fiberboard. Sometimes you see you can see that it is made up of wood, but it is not actually wood, it may be a lamination which is your above your matlab, like when you are using hardwood, it can be similar to hardwood when you are laminating, but it is made up of plywood which is laminated, it is not a wood actually. Okay, in some cases. Then we have bamboo flooring, is a floor manufactured from the bamboo plant and is a type of hardwood flooring, though technically not a wood. Okay, so bamboos also can be used for your flooring system, which is also wood, known as wood flooring. Okay, but bamboo flooring actually it is manufactured from a, obviously from with the help of bamboo, but it is polished and it is done, so finishing is done in such a way so that it looks like other wood flooring. Okay, technically not a wood, but you can use your bamboos also, and then you can polish it, and then you can give the covering layer, so it will be looking like the wood flooring. Then we have, these are the hardwood flooring. You can see here, these are your hardwood flooring. This side. Okay. These are your hardwood floorings, and then polished. Different types of hardwood floorings. Then we have the resilient flooring. Resilient flooring is well nothing but made up of material that has some elasticity. These has some elasticity. It includes many different manufactured products, including linoleum, sheet vinyl. I was talking in the previous slide about the vinyl material you can use. So this is your comes under your resilient flooring. Okay, so these can include your, this resilient floorings can include your linoleum, sheet vinyl, vinyl composition, tile, VCT, cork, sheet or tiles, rubber and others. Rubber and others. Why? Because they have this kind of flooring will have a elasticity. You can see the resilient flooring. That is why it is named as your resilient flooring. Okay. So we have next is your hard flooring. These are your hard floorings, but not wood. Hardwood is different, and this is the hard flooring which can be of ceramic, which can be made up of your ceramic. Tile includes a wide variety of clay products. These hard floorings are made up of clay, and you know, with the help of clay, you can have different ceramic. The clay is nothing but ceramic materials. So ceramic tiles are made up of clay or mud, etc. Okay, so products, and then they are burned, and then they get the strength mixed, sometimes mixed with different materials also, this clay particles, and then they are made up in this way. They become hard when they are burned in a high temperature, and then they can be used in the form of ceramic tiles. Okay. Whereas fired into thin units which are set in beds of mortar or mastic with. Okay, this ceramic, that is the clay products, can be mixed with your mortar. Okay, and the joints between the tiles are grouted. Okay, and then they are formed this. Varieties include quarry tile, can also be a hard tile, hard flooring. Porcelain tiles are also a kind of hard flooring. Then we have terracotta tiles. You know what are terracotta tiles or porcelain? I show you the materials. Let me do one, show you if I can. These are your tiles flooring. Okay, tile flooring. When I was talking about this porcelain terracotta tiles means these are also made up of clay, but there are some sculptures, you can see some statues or different materials like pot or something like that, where your finishing is not there. You just have a clay surface. You don't have a finishing. I'll show you it. Porcelain and terracotta now. Okay. See, these are your porcelain images. You can see these are the different materials made up of porcelain. This kind of materials are your known as porcelain. This can also be, you can use these kind of materials in your flooring purpose also. If you want the your floor to be very much expensive looking and glamorous looking, in that way you can use these kind of materials, which is your porcelain, which is known as your porcelain. These are your porcelain. Okay, so which can be used in your flooring system also. In sometimes people use this kind of porcelain uh, materials for your flooring. Now another thing which I was telling about your terracotta, which I told you, like they are made up of clay only, but they don't have the finishing. Okay, you see here, these are your terracotta. Suppose these statues are made up of your terracotta. These are known as your terracotta. Why? Because you see, if you see these particular image, if I am talking about these image, you see there is no finishing. Matlab, this is made up of your clay particles, clay minerals, but you see there is no shine to it. It is just a pure, like how it was made with the help of clay particles. It is same in that way. It is character drawing, how it is looking the same way. No other thing is applied here for your shine or finish. You can see here also, these also, you can see these spots, no finishing is there. It has no shine or finish, you can say. It is just directly like how they were made with the clay, help of clay. They, after burning or after heating or after drying, they are in the same uh, place in that way. Okay, see, these are terracotta images, you can see. Okay, see these structures, they don't have a glaze type of thing, is not there like in the porcelain you have seen. So but these are also hard. These are also hard. Your terracotta is also hard like your porcelain. Porcelain is more harder, but difference is this thing, but almost same they are. That is almost same means in terms of your hardness. That is hardness, this kind, these are terracotta or porcelain, these quartz, these are used for your hard surfacing, hard floorings. Okay, so I just showed you the picture so that it is clear to you. Okay, so I was your okay, so this was your hard flooring, which can be porcelain material, terracotta tiles or quarry tiles. Okay, so those are your hard flooring systems. Then we can have another flooring is your tile flooring. These are your tiles. Okay, mosaic flooring. Mosaic flooring is made up of small pieces of broken tiles of china glaze or of cement. These, I think you have seen these kind of tiles, maybe it is already in your homes also. So these are your mosaic flooring, which are made up of different small different pieces of tiles. Okay, or china glaze or of cement or of marble. Sometimes it can be of marbles also. These are mosaic floorings arranged in different patterns. These pieces are cut to desired shapes and sizes. Examples of mosaic flooring are terraces and indoor gardens. In indoor gardens also we use, or in your terraces also you can use, or in washrooms also, some of them, it depends upon you. So these are also examples of your mosaic flooring. You see this marbles, or you can say the different marbles, you can say, or different pieces of your tiles. Okay, arranged in different shapes. There are different shapes, you can say, small pieces. These are examples where you can see in the old sculptures or old buildings, etc. Historical buildings. So glaze tiles. Now comes your again glaze tiles. New technologies are emerging since 2004 to produce hard floorings, having the ability to light up when needed. These tiles are called glaze tiles. This kind of tiles also I think you have seen in some of the historical structures also, you can see, which are gives you a, when light falls on them they give shine. They shine. Okay, gives a glaze. So those are your glaze tiles. Okay, seamless. Now these are another, these are your chemical floorings. Okay, this was your normal subfloor, and then we have, they wanted to, what these people wanted to do, they wanted to do a covering. They wanted to give a covering, the floor covering, so they are using the chemical flooring here. So many different seamless flooring materials are available. These are usually latex, polyester, urethane, or epoxy compounds. These are your chemical compounds which are applied in liquid form to provide a completely seamless floor covering. Okay, so if you don't want to purchase marbles, flooring, tiles, or etc., then you can also use these chemicals also, where you can simply in the liquid form you can lay them on your floor, above your floor, and then they will give you your the seamless covering where you cannot see any bottom portions. Okay, these are usually found in wet areas such as laboratories or food processing plants. Okay, now another is your marble flooring. Marbles, you already know, the floor covering which are given or made up of marbles is your marble flooring. It is superior type of flooring used in your bathrooms, kitchens of residential buildings, and in hospitals, sanatoriums, temples, etc., where extra cleanliness is an essential requirement. Okay, so because marbles are easy to clean, when you can clean, and it also gives a clear visibility, so that you can see if there is any, it is easy for cleaning. Okay, so it looks also very good and luxurious. So this is the most superior kind of flooring material. Okay, wherever you need more cleanliness you can use this, but obviously you have to keep in mind about the economy also. If there is, if you have a low budget, you cannot, if you want to give so much of money, you can give on, you can invest on your marbling also, where you need some cleanliness is important to you. We have marble slabs may be laid in different sizes, usually in rectangular or square shapes. You know this thing, like these are, see, these are also square marbling. Marbles are laid here. These are square marble slabs which are laid in, binded together. These square. So in this way it is made. These are your marble. Another examples of marble flooring. Square slabs, marble slabs are used. Okay. So we have, next is your brick flooring. Okay. So you have your, next is your brick flooring, which is, such a flooring is used in cheap construction. Obviously, your brick is cheaper as compared to your marbles, tiles, glazed materials. Okay, so or chemicals. So brick we can easily find nowadays. Bricks are made up of different waste materials also. Yes or no? So these are the most cheapest construction flooring systems, especially where good bricks are available. This flooring is specially suited to warehouses, store, godowns, etc., where you don't want to invest so much. Okay, but in different types of warehouses, different requirements are there. So based on that also you have to check. So well burnt bricks of good color and uniform. Obviously, if you're using the brick for your flooring system, you not only for flooring system, when you're making it for walls, okay, etc. So that on that also you have to check whether it is first class brick, second class brick, etc. Okay, the quality, basically the quality of the brick. So bricks are laid either or flat or an edge, arranged in herringbone fashion, or set at right angles to the walls. Okay, or set any other good looking pattern. This is depending upon you how you want to set up the brick flooring. Okay, these are your brick floorings. You can see some of them can use in their balcony also. Okay, they depend upon you how you want to. This is the cheapest one where you want to use examples. These are also examples of brick flooring. This is also brick flooring, but it is colored and then mixed with some other materials. Okay, next is your, this is the next and the last one, which is your glass flooring. This is a special purpose flooring used in circumstances where it is desired to transmit light from upper floor to lower areas. Nowadays, you can see in some of the buildings or in some of the structures, you can see the walls also, not wall. You can like when you are in the uh, lift, etc., or wall, there also some of, there also glasses are used, so that why they are used, so that they have a transmission of light, brightness comes inside those places, you don't, you can see visible from here to outside. In the same way flooring is also done. If you want in your flooring that the bottom portion is to be visible to you, or there should be lightning, should be more, suppose suppose you are giving in the uh, terrace. From the terrace you have the slab, okay, flooring, and below that obviously you will have some room. So or some balcony you can say. So in that place also you can give this glass flooring, from where you can want your light to move into your room. Because nowadays there are so many buildings constructed, uh, those near to each other, so much near to each other that there is no lights coming in inside your house. Okay, so this is also another way which will help you somewhat to bring the light, or for transmission of the light inside your room. Okay, upper floor to lower areas. Glass flooring is very costly and not commonly used. Obviously, this is very costly. Why we would use, but obviously, some wants to give their luxury to their and luxury and show to their structure, and also they want the transmissibility, so they can use if they want to invest so much. But it is generally not used. Okay, example dance floor or home decoration. Now for home decoration, etc., for small purposes. Okay, so these were your different types of floorings. Okay. Okay. No, again, some more are there with Ash. I forgot. Yeah. Ash. These was a glass flooring, right? So glass flooring. These are your examples of glass flooring. Okay. This is the top floor. You see, here glass is used, and from there, this is reflecting here also. Okay. Then we have stone flooring. These are used of stone, made up of stone. When your flooring is made up of stone, these are your examples of. Okay, these are your examples of stone flooring. Rubber flooring. It consists of sheets or tiles of rubber in variety of patterns and colors, with thickness varying from 3 to 10 mm. So you have, this is your rubber sheet which is above, and there may be 2 or 3 layers also you can use for your flooring purpose, and which is generally 3 to 10 mm. Okay, the sheets are fixed to the concrete floor with the help of appropriate adhesive. Here, adhesive is used here so that they can stick to the concrete floor. Hmm. So we have rubber floorings are resilient and noise proof. Okay, then they are costly, hence used in public buildings or offices. Hmm. Understood? These are your examples of rubber flooring. Okay, so these are your rubber floorings. Next, I'll show you something. Next, we'll be talking about damp proofing. Okay, so next we are going to talk about the damp proofing systems or damp. Okay, your flooring is done. Flooring, after that we are going to go cover up the dampness. What is dampness? Okay, so dampness is nothing but the presence of hygroscopic or gravitational moisture. What is your definition? Your definition is cause dampness means what? It is the presence of hygroscopic or gravitational moisture. When you have some kind of moisture, okay, in your structure. Buildings should remain dry or free from moisture traveling through walls, roofs, and floors, because sometimes due to rain, when it is rainy season, from your walls or from your maybe when you have the plinth is not properly done, then from the ground level your water may enter inside your plinth level. When plinth is not properly done, your water may enter into the ground floor, and then this will provide dampness to your structure, which is not good. Dampness gives unhygienic condition apart from reduction in strength of structural components. Obviously, it is unhygienic as well as your strength of the structure will be decreased. Why? Because obviously when the moisture is attacking, it will become weaker. It is going to attack on the chemicals or the concretes, and then it is going to give lesser strength, decrease the strength. Provision of damp proof courses prevent entry of moisture in the building, and that's why we do damp proofing courses are used. Damp proof is used so that we can prevent this entry of moisture while raining, etc. It doesn't enter to your house through your walls. Okay, so this is your dampness. So moisture rising up the wall from the ground. When your moisture is raising up your walls from the ground, all structures are founded on soils. These, when this happens on where all your structures are found on the soils directly. If the soil is pervious, moisture constantly travels through it. That's why also your moisture can move towards your floor upward. Even in the impervious soil, lot of soil moisture may be present. Okay, so sometimes what may happen, from your soil directly your impervious soil may be there, and therefore water is not going through there at the bottom, and then it goes where it goes upward towards your wall. This moisture rise up into wall and flow through capillary action. Okay, so groundwater rise also results in moisture entry into the building walls. When your groundwater level increases, when it is at the bottom it is okay, but when it raises due to heavy rains continuously many more days, so what happens, your moisture may enter from your bottom to the different floors. Okay, so rain travel through another reason. These are your reasons, that is how dampness may occur. So first is when your moisture is rising up of the walls from the ground because of your impervious soil or etc, these reasons. Another one is your rain travel through wall tops. Second, this is your second. Okay, how it can make your structure damp, by when your rain is traveling through the wall tops. Okay, if the wall tops are not properly protected from your rain penetration, what will happen? The rain will enter to the wall and will travel down to your different walls or to the different floors. Okay, leaking the roofs will also permit the water to enter. When you have a leak in the roof, also that will provide what, your water from the rain which is coming in, storing, or you can say when this is blocked in your terrace, this can also permit water. Okay, so that's why we need the damp proofing should be done. So another reason is rain beating against external wall. This was what when your rain is traveling through the wall top. From the top, your rain water is moving inside, right? And another one is when your rain is hitting your external walls when due to heavy rains. Okay, so we have what heavy showers of rain will beat against the external faces of wall, and if the walls are not properly treated, moisture will enter the wall, causing dampness in the interior. And obviously, when your walls have this kind of dampness, undergoes this kind of dampness, what will happen? Your structural wall is going to be deteriorating, okay, due to the lower strength, right? So if balconies and chaza protections do not have proper slope, what will happen? Water will accumulate on these and will enter the walls through their junction, right? So for that you have to also keep in mind your chazas, and your chaza should have a slanting kind of slope, so that your rainwater does not store or remain blocked in your above the chaza. So because if they remain there, what will happen? They will enter through the joints to your walls, the junction. Moisture will completely damage interior panes of walls, obviously. So another one thing is condensation. Due to condensation of atmospheric moisture, water is deposited on the walls, floors, and ceilings. This moisture also causes dampness. Okay, due to condensation also, when your water is moving to the when there is water inside, suppose at the above your roof, what happens? They will also at the terrace level. I'm talking. So when they have, what will happen? Condensation is taking place, evaporation, again water is coming again, evaporating extra. These things also may provide or cause dampness. Okay, these are now when we talk about the effects. What can be the effects? We were talking about the reasons how it can happen your dampness. Now the thing is that we'll talk about the effect of dampness. How? These are the following ill effects of entry of dampness. Dampness will give rise to breeding of mosquitoes and create unhealthy conditions. Okay, when because you will have your structure will be damp, right, on the particular portion. What will happen? It will become damp, and as a result of that, what's going to happen? Mosquitoes or different unhealthy conditions will be occurring due to this dampness. Travel of moisture on wall causes unsightly patches. There will be patches inside your walls, okay, which you can see in some of the old buildings also. It may cause softening and crumbling of plasters. Obviously, your plaster may come out, rough surfaces you can see. Wall decoration or paint is damaged. Continuous presence of moisture in wall may cause fluorescence, which result in disintegration of brick stones. Obviously, when you have continuous moisture, you have the bond between the bricks and stones, or the okay. I have 5 minutes. Before that, let me share this. I'll share it with you the link, okay, for your attendance. Just go to the link and share your attendance. Wait. Building construction, right? have shared the link for your attendance. You can go to the link in the chat box I have shared. You can go to the link and then give your attendance. And yeah, Atul, yeah, I'll be sharing the notes. Actually, I am sharing, I'm discussing with you in PPT or in some using, showing you in the nets, okay, internet. But I'll give you the PDF forms of all the notes in, because all the things may not be covered in some points, because we have lot of things to be done. Syllabus is too long, so we are taking the topics, but in short. So I'll be sharing with you the PDF notes where you will have all the detailed notes on the PDF. Okay, in your WhatsApp group I'll be sharing. Giving the attendance. Yeah. The PC should be, I'll share. Wait, we were talking about the effects. Let me just complete your effects. So we were talking about the effects. I may get disconnected, but before that, I want to finish this effects. So these are the effects. Travel of moisture on the wall also causes anxiety. Obviously, these things, patches. If you there is water inside your walls or any members of the structural members, obviously there will be crumbling of plasters, anxiety patches, paint will be damaged. Brick, the bond between the brick, concrete, etc., will be loosened. Okay, the strength will become less. Flooring gets loosened. Also the flooring, the floor cover which we're talking now, before this we were sharing. So these flooring also get loosened due to reduction in the adhesion of the, obviously the adhesive material which you were using for sticking the upper cover of your flooring, that also may be deteriorating due to this water entering inside your floor system. Timber fittings such as doors, windows, almirah, etc., coming in contact with damp walls, damp floors, etc., deteriorated because of warping, etc. Obviously, the nowadays on the wall itself, the we are making almirahs together inbuilt. So what happens if your surface is leaking? If you have a damp in your wall, these windows, doors which are connected to those will be also, because since they're made of wooden timber, right? So what will happen? Warping will take place. Okay, that means this attack by the worms also will take place. Okay,